Hi all, good morning. Today we'll talk about how good ideas don't scale in healthcare, but good fits do. Your startup is not stuck because your tech is bad. It is stuck because healthcare looked at your product and basically said, I'm not changing for you. And that's the part no one tells founders. You can have the smartest AI, the cleanest user interface, and even get a standing ovation during your pilot, and still no scale. Why? Because in healthcare, good ideas don't scale, good fits do. Let's talk about it. Let me tell you a story about a founder I was working with. Brilliant, sharp, built a genuinely impressive product. It was an AI powered care coordination. Obviously, solved a real world problem. Honestly, I liked it. And the pilot looked like a dream. The clinicians were like, that's great. And the patients were totally engaged. And the leadership said, very promising. Everyone was happy. So naturally, the founder thought, okay, rollout is next. But instead, complete silence. No expansion, no new departments, no system wide adoption. Just a polite enthusiasm and zero action. So we dug in, and what we found was kind of painful, but very, very common. Nurses had to log in into yet another system because clearly they don't have enough already, don't they? It didn't sync properly with the EHR or the electronic health record. Nobody knew who actually owned it after the pilot. It added a few extra minutes for each patient. And the CFO couldn't figure it out whether it made money or saved money. Even though everyone liked it, no one used it consistently. Because liking something in healthcare is very different from operationally adopting it. Here's the truth. Most founders learn the very hard way. Healthcare is not impressed by your features. It is governed by workflows, time, and money. Let's break it down. Number one, clinicians don't want innovation, they want fewer clicks. No one wakes up and says, you know what would make my day much better? A new platform. They want less documentation, fewer logins, and faster decisions. If your product adds even one extra step, you have already lost the battle. Before we go into the next point, this is Dr. Raj Shankar, a healthcare startup expert and business development expert. Please subscribe and check out my other videos, and the links are attached below. The second point being pilots are easy, operations are hard. Pilots are just like first dates. Everyone is on their best behavior. There's attention, excitement, curiosity. Scaling, that's a true marriage. Now we are talking. Who owns this? Who trains the staff? Who fixes issues at 2 a.m. in the morning? Does this fit into the 15 existing systems? If you don't answer those, your product stays in the it was nice meeting phase forever. The third point being, if the CFO doesn't care, it is not scaling. This one is brutal, but very, very true. If your product doesn't make money, save money, protect revenue, or reduce risks, it always becomes a nice to have. And healthcare systems do not scale, nice to have. Number 4, time is your invisible enemy. Let's say your product adds just 2 minutes per patient. Sounds harmless, right? Now multiply 20 patients a day, 100 clinicians. That is 66 hours of extra work per day. Congratulations. You've created a system wide headache. So, what do the startups that actually scale do differently? They don't just build products, they build around reality. They think like operators, not just innovators. They ask, where exactly does this fit in the workflow? What step am I eliminating? Who owns this after the pilot? How does this plug into the EHR, billing, and compliance? And most importantly, who gets paid when this is used? They're not pricing the software, they are just pitching. Here's how your system runs better with us than without us. That's a very, very different conversation to have. So, what are the practical takeaways you want from this conversation today? If you're listening and thinking, okay, this must be me. Good. Here are the 3 questions to fix it. Number 1, what am I replacing and not adding? If you can't point to something that disappears because of you, you're adding friction. Number 2, who owns this after the pilot ends? If the answer is our champion, that's not ownership, that's hope. Number 3, important, where is the money story? No revenue, no savings, no risk reduction, no scale. So, you understand why good ideas don't scale, but good fits do. And always remember, money moves mountains in modern business or any business. You want to be the money maker, money saver, revenue generator. If you don't brand yourself, if your product doesn't cater to that particular need, no matter how beautiful the product, how useful the product, how value add the product, the adoption rate can be 0. So watch what you're doing. Watch what tech you're introducing. Is it making the care provider's life simple, or is it adding time? Is it adding more clicks? Are you integrating the system? Are you decreasing the number of systems in the operation or systems workflow? So these are some of the main questions you answer when you build a health tech platform or any process as such. Without answering these questions and validating it by revenue generation, you never move the idea forward. Spending time on it is creating more headache for the system because healthcare adopts slowly. It is one of the slowest sectors to adopt. So you want to have an idea that is radical, that is revenue generating, that is increasing efficiency. So if your startup feels stuck, it's probably not your tech. It's that your product is trying to enter a system that's saying, I don't have time, I don't have budget, and I'm definitely not changing my workflow for you. Healthcare doesn't reward the smartest product. It rewards the one that makes adoption feel inevitable. And once you understand that, that's when finally, truly things start to scale. So, all the healthcare entrepreneurs there with amazing ideas, are you ready to scale with me by adopting the right method to implement and the right attitude and the right value add? Here's Dr. Raj Shankar signing off. Subscribe and watch my other videos. Thank you.